Coming up on Takedown with Chris Hansen.
How was the drive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This man in Genesee County, Michigan is looking for a sleepover.
Would it be cool if I spent the night?
Yeah.
But it's a night he's going to want to forget.
You say that you're going to stop and get her a drink. Well, crying's not going to help you, son.
We know.
We're past that.
Because this party just got very crowded.
Are the police here?
I'll get to that in a minute.
Please get to it now.
I hope you're enjoying this free full episode of Takedown on our YouTube channel, but there's something you need to know. There are literally hundreds of new episodes either in production or on our streaming channel right now, uncensored. Watch TruBlu.com. Use the code YouTube25 to watch all of the episodes for $2.50, or for an annual subscription, use YouTube Year for $20 off. Also, and this is very important, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on TruBlu.
Winters in Genesee County, Michigan can be snowy and harsh, but not as bad as showing up in one of my investigations with the Genesee County Ghost Team. Detectives have been busy fielding messages from men looking for sex with underage children, and one of those men wants the decoy to give him a call. I listen in.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, are you available still?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna leave soon. You're pretty far though, so it might take a while.
Okay. That's fine. Just be safe.
Alright. I have a question actually.
Okay.
So, the roads are pretty bad. And you can say no, but like, would it be cool if I spent the night?
Yeah. As long as you're not like weird or anything.
Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, I'll just text you then.
Okay, sounds good.
Alright,
Bye.
bye.
You gotta spend her night, or he literally tells you no, he's staying the night no matter what.
Yeah, it's just not going to be doing it right here.
If he thinks he's coming to a slumber party, he's going to be shocked when he sees who else is invited. Just a short while later, the decoy misses a call from the man, so she calls him back.
Hey,
Hey.
I'm going to a gas station. What kind of pop did you want?
Do they have Faygo there?
Faygo?
Yeah.
Yeah, what flavor?
Either orange or rock and rye.
Rock and rye. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll try and look for it. If they don't have Faygo, I'm sorry, if they don't have those flavors, what flavor do you want?
It doesn't matter. It's Michigan. They should have either one of those. Or red pop.
Okay, red pop, cool.
Yeah.
I got you.
All right.
I had another question, sorry. I don't want to annoy you, but why, you just doing this because you love dick that much, or is it like you need the money?
Well, I love dick, and I do need money too, so.
Are you trying to run away from parents' house? Because I've been in a similar situation.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm trying to run away. I'm just trying to make sure I have the things that I need, and my aunt can't get me.
Okay. Alright. So do you live like with your aunt?
Yeah.
Okay, how am I gonna get in the door?
I'll open the door for you.
Yeah, but like, isn't she gonna be suspicious of me?
No, she's not here. She's at her boyfriend's tonight.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, she tends to stay the night with him a lot.
Okay. Yeah, if you're cool with me spending the night just because of the roads being bad and also you're an hour away from my house, then I'm down.
Yeah, that's fine. You can stay the night. She's not gonna be home till like, I think like she said like noon or 1 tomorrow, so.
Alright, I got you. Yeah, I'll be there in an hour. I'll text you when I'm like 10, 15 minutes away just so you know, unlock the door or whatever you gotta do to get ready.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, bye.
Bye. Okay. He has weird questions.
Now that the 20 questions is over, we learn he's 25-year-old Milan. I get more details from Lieutenant Andy Snyder on just what this man is looking for with the underage girl.
Tell me about the chat between Milan and someone he thought was a 15-year-old girl.
All right, so obviously he initiated the chat about a half hour ago. He asked what the donations were for the decoy. We told him $150 for oral and vaginal sex. He said, sounds good, and he asked if there's any rules. I told him, be nice to me, I'm 15, don't want any drama. And he responded, you're 15 with a question mark. He asked to FaceTime, asked for some photos. I sent him one of the decoy. That's when he sent a photo back of himself in sunglasses. Said, are we down for BBFS and GFE?
BBFS.
And GFE.
Which means?
Bareback, full service, and girlfriend experience.
Girlfriend experience.
Girlfriend experience.
Girlfriend experience.
Said he was located in Utica. And he asked the decoy, do you know what those acronyms stand for? We made a phone call that you witnessed, talked to him. He seemed pretty comfortable driving up here, asked to stay the night.
Didn't show any concern for the fact that this girl is 15, which is where I thought he was going to go with this conversation when he said, can I ask you a question?
I thought he was going to be kind of paranoid or whatever, you know, and let me ask to stay the night.
Yeah, because the roads are bad.
Seems comfortable with it.
Yeah. And so he also called back to say, you know, what kind of a beverage does the girl want? She tells him, and now he's an hour away, he says.
Seems like he's coming, I mean, from my experience. We texted him and told him what the decoy's name was. He just responded and said, I'm Millie, nice to meet you, which matches up to what our investigators just pulled up from.
He said Millie, M-I-L-L-Y?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, he just texted me and said, if you're looking for a boyfriend, I can bring you money when I can, and we can date and stuff too. So he's looking for definitely a girlfriend experience.
With a 15-year-old.
With a 15-year-old.
Even though he's 25.
Right. So now I just wait.
He's on his way.
About an hour out.
Yeah.
Which matches up.
Which matches with what we know about the area. Okay. Milan.
We shall wait.
And we'll see him in an hour. Thank you.
You see pretty
yeah,
well, didn't he?
Barring a unforeseen traffic accident, I think we're going to see Milan very shortly.
An hour goes by quickly, so the ghost team and I have to be ready for Milan to show up at any moment. And like clockwork, here he is.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey.
I'm outside.
Okay. I'm gonna come out the door on the back porch.
Okay.
All right. To the side.
All right, bye.
Let's tell him you're stepping out to the door.
Milan treks through the snow and to the side door where the decoy is waiting.
You can shut the door. How was the drive?
Well,
Yeah. It seemed like you got here fast. All right. You said you needed a phone charger, right? Yep. All right. Let me go get that. Do you want to chill right here for a second? I'll go grab a phone charger for you.
Milan looks like he wants to leave, but that's not going to happen, at least just yet.
How you doing? Gonna need your hands out of your pockets. Hands out of your pockets. Hands out of your pockets. Now sit over on the stool, right over there. On the stool. Right now. Go. Sit up. Mealy. Right?
Yes.
What are you thinking? Well, tell me about it, okay? Look at me. What led you here?
I don't know.
You don't know. Well, help me out here. How old are you? 25. And do you go to school? Do you work? What do you do?
I go to school.
Where do you go to school? Just help me out here. Help me to understand. It's going to be a lot better for you if you just tell me what happened, okay? I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to make an example of you. I'm here to try to figure this out.
Am I going to get arrested?
I don't know. Let's just talk about it first.
Please just answer.
Okay, I don't know. So let's talk, and then we'll sort that out later.
I can't.
Okay, I understand that. So tell me what the heck happened tonight.
I don't know.
You lonely? No? You just wanted to find a girl for sex?
No.
Then what is it?
I'm just saying.
Just what? If you don't tell me, I'm not going to be able to understand it. And if I could understand it, it's going to be better for everyone.
Why would it be better for everyone?
Because then we understand what the heck brought you here, okay?
There's cameras everywhere.
I understand that. So just tell me what's going on.
I can't answer.
You can't answer it. Because online, it's Milan, right? But you go by Millie? Okay. Online, you talk about all kinds of sexual things you want to do with someone who told you that she was a 15-year-old girl. You wanted to spend the night. You said the roads were messy, so maybe I could spend the night. You call back and you say that you're going to stop and get her a drink. Well, crying's not going to help you, son.
I know.
Okay? We're past that. You talk about giving her money. You talk about BBFS, GFE. What is that? What is BBFS? Tell me what that is.
Skip to the next.
Tell me what it is. I got nothing but time, so you might as well just tell me. What is BBFS?
I don't want to talk about it.
Bareback full sex, isn't it?
No.
Which means having sex. No. If it's not that, then tell me what it is.
Are the police here?
I'll get to that in a minute.
Please get to it now.
BBFS, bareback full sex, which means you want her to have unprotected sex with a 15-year-old girl.
No, I did not.
No? Did you bring condoms?
No.
So what was your plan here tonight?
I didn't want to have sex.
You didn't want to have sex.
I just didn't want to be home.
You just didn't want to be home. You're a lonely fella. Do you live by yourself?
No.
No? Do you live with your parents?
I can't answer more questions with the cameras pointed at me. I need to...
Girl's name was Gabby.
I don't know who I'm talking
Well, that's what she told me. Well, you were concerned that maybe law enforcement would be here, really. Why were you so anxious, so nervous? I don't know is not a good answer, son.
I can't make friends.
You can't make friends. And tell me why you can't make friends.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to speak anymore.
Okay. You seemed legitimately concerned, Millie, about whether or not this girl was being forced into this life. And you mentioned something about something in your life that made you have empathy for her. Do you want to talk about that?
I'm not going to speak anymore.
Okay.
Millie is a man of few words, but I'm not going to let him off that easy.
So let's just summarize what we have here. Got a 25-year-old man who drives an hour across town on a snowy night after a very sexualized conversation with someone who told you they were 15 years old. We got all that?
No.
I've seen the transcripts. I listened to the phone calls between you and the girl.
Can we get to the next one?
Get to the next one.
If the police are here, just have them do what they gotta do.
You see those pictures on the wall behind you? Just take a look. Do you know who those fellas are? One's a guy named Daddy Daughter Donnie, and he showed up in a sting that we did in Ohio. And then he got out of jail on that deal, and then he got caught again. Now he's in prison. And the guy beneath him is a guy named Glory Hole Jerry. And he got caught in a sting in Monroe County, Michigan. And he got in a bit of trouble there too. And now, Millie, here you are in another sting. And there's something you need to know. And that is I'm Chris Hansen, and we do stories on men who try to sexually exploit children. And now you're in that story. And if there's anything else you want to say to help people understand how you got here, I'm phenomenally interested in hearing it, and I think the people who will see this will want to hear it too, because a lot of guys, Millie, a lot of guys just try to lie their way out of it, try to blame the girl, or do something else that is just unbelievable. And you've got a chance here to take me inside your thought process.
I'm nauseous. I can't.
You're nauseous.
Please, just let.
What did you think was going to happen here tonight? You're just going to come on over and have sex with this 15-year-old girl? She's going to be your girlfriend? You're going to pay her money? Do you have a job, or you just go to college?
Please, just.
All right, nothing else you want to say?
Not right now, no. I
Okay.
can't breathe.
All right. Well, Millie, there's some folks here with the Ghost team, and they're going to want to talk to you.
What's your name, sir? What's your first name?
I can't answer right now. I need to be outside.
All right, go ahead, stand up. Put your ears a little bit, and then do that. You got anything that's gonna poke my car me in your pockets?
Car keys.
Might check you real quick, okay? You have this your phone? Oh, you're okay, relax.
He's a bit unsteady on his feet, so the Ghost team finishes searching him and brings him out into the fresh air and the awaiting sheriff's car. Milan was charged with criminal sexually abusive material, using a computer to commit a crime, and enticing a child for immoral purposes. We'll keep you posted on the case against him. Milan exhibited frightening tactics when speaking to someone he thought was an underage girl, something Sheriff Chris Swanson and I have seen all too often.
25-year-old Milan drove an hour across town to spend the night with a 15-year-old girl. There were texts that were graphic, phone calls where he was very calm, very calculated, said, you know, I hope you don't find this odd, but, you know, the roads are bad. Is it okay if I spend the night? And then he shows up and he's shocked. The color comes out of his face. Literally, you could see the blood drain from his face. And all of a sudden, he's sorry.
Yeah. And if you look at that chat, here's a guy who's 25 years old, drives a good hour to get here. Another out of the county arrestee. And when you look at how he spoke to this individual, you know, I want you to call me daddy, you know, refer to her as a whore. It removes the personal attachment that one would have to another human being. There was no relationship building. And then he said, if this works out, then would you be my regular girlfriend? Again, it's all between the ears on these individuals. This isn't a standard, normal way of getting a girlfriend, but to them, they want dominance. They want ownership. They want to, you know, work out their fantasies. And you're talking, again, in our case, a decoy, you know, 13, 14, 15-year-old, somebody who's either has special needs or doesn't, somebody who's being, you know, pimped out by their aunt or their uncle or their step parent. That doesn't rise to, hey, wait a second, how do I really help you? That's all part of the fantasy. That to them feeds it.
Control.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is just, it's part of it. You've seen it before. They'll leave people, their kids, or even kids the same age at their house to go to come meet somebody the exact same age. Well, how do you just turn that off? I don't think you can.
What was striking about the phone calls in this case was how precise, how exacting,
Yeah.
how unemotional he was. It wasn't afraid. I mean, yeah, it came up at some point. You're not the police or something to that effect, but he wanted to know specific things. Do you want something to drink? I'm on my way. Here's what time I'll get there.
Yeah.
Can I spend the night because the roads are bad? Didn't want to drive back, apparently. Very unemotional, almost like he's done this before.
That's exactly the point. This is not his first time. I can tell from his criminal history he's not been arrested under one of these things. So if it's not his first time and he's ever been arrested, how many other victims are out there? It's the reason why I do campaigns with billboards and I get on platforms like yours to say, if this has happened to you and you've never told your story, come forth and get free.
WatchTruBlu.com is home to the full library of Takedown with Chris Hansen, true crime documentaries, and exclusive investigations.